Oh man, they've really done it. They've really done it this time. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't think anyone else was waiting to go in. I've got to go in there and tell the perfect why I should not be demoted and why he should not give the order to have the temple torn down and the city burned to the ground. How's that for a day's work? Oh, I'm sorry. I probably should introduce myself. I'm Pontius Pilate. I'm the governor of this miserable little outpost called Palestine. The natives still stubbornly call it Israel after some Jew who died hundreds of years ago. You know, it's their own stubbornness that brought all this onto themselves, and they're going to drag me down with them. One more uprising, the perfect said, and I'll have the place burned to the ground. And he'll do it too. Mark my words. And I'll end up as the governor of some orphanage in Ethiopia. They wouldn't listen. First of all, they bring this guy named Jesus to me, saying he's committed some capital crime and should be put to death. So, okay, I think. This must really be important to them. They get me out of bed at the crack of dawn. I'll listen. Turns out this Jesus is only guilty of claiming to be God. So I say, I can't execute a man for claiming to be God. They say, it's blasphemy, whatever that means. So I say, you take care of it. They say blasphemy is punished by death, but the Romans won't let us execute people anymore. You do it. Yeah, but I say, he hasn't broken any Roman laws. Then they threaten me. You know, not in so many words, but they as much as said they would rise a stink, maybe causing other uprising. And of course, the perfect's orders to me are, there will be no more waves on the Mediterranean Sea. You know what that means, so I didn't want to make any waves. I questioned this Jesus. I tried to find out if he broke any Roman laws. Anything at all that we could hang him on the cross for. Nothing. The guy is squeaky clean, but he's not being very helpful. He won't even defend himself. It's like he wants to die. Well, I'm not going to be the only one to crucify an innocent man, especially after my wife tells me to have nothing to do with him. Turns out my wife just had a nightmare about this Jesus the same night. No way am I going to mess with this guy. So I had him flogged. Oh, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking if he was innocent, why have him flogged? Well, I'm not going to have another riot on my hands and end up in Ethiopia with a nagging wife saying, I told you so. I figured flogging Jesus would be enough punishment to keep the Jews happy, but not too much punishment for my wife. So I had him flogged, and then I had the guards hand him back to the Jews. Oh, little did I know that my guards would take out their hostility against the Jews by beating the pulp out of Jesus and plucking out his entire beard. Don't look at me like that. I had nothing to do with that. But I can see why they did it. In Rome, if you don't shave, you're a bum. But the Jews, they're something else. Jewish men have more hair than their women. They have laws against everything, including so much as trimming their beards. So my guards, well, let's just say that if the Jews had released Jesus, he would not have been able to show his face around Jerusalem for a long, long time. Unfortunately, the Jews did not release him. They refused to take him. They insisted that I keep him and have him killed. I tried everything. I even tried to have Jesus released as my gift to the Jews as part of their Passover celebration. But the Jews, those stubborn Jews, they would not hear of it. They had me release some common thud instead. So what was I supposed to do? I said no 7 times, But the more I said no, the bigger the crowds got outside my palace. "Crucify him! Crucify him!" they shouted. So you know what I did? I washed my hands right in front of them, and I told them, "Let his blood be on your hands." And I had him crucified. You know, I was surprised that Jesus lasted as long as he did. I figured that with between flogging and beatings he took, he would probably die of internal injuries before we could even have a chance to hang him. But he lasted 4 hours on the cross. After he died, the Jews asked me to put some guards outside his tomb. Imagine that, guarding a dead man. But I did it just to shut them up. They said that the Christians would try to steal the body and make it look like a resurrection. But you know what? Jesus actually rose from the dead. Oh yeah, I'm convinced of it. I knew it would happen before he died, before I even had him flogged. When I was questioning him, he looked me right in the eyes, like he was looking right into my soul. He didn't fear death at all. Now, I wouldn't go so far as to say he was God, but I knew he was from God. That's why I had the sign on his cross read, "King of the Jews." The Jews were really ticked off. Boy, I really got even with them. Anyway, after the resurrection, the Jews paid off my soldiers and told them to lie and say that the Christians stole the body while they were asleep. As if anyone would believe a Roman soldier would fall asleep on duty. Do you know what the penalty is for falling asleep on duty? The same as Jesus got. They would have been hung on the cross so everyone would see what happened to Roman soldiers who fall asleep on duty. I have no idea what happened to those soldiers. They never came back to the palace. I assume that they used the money they got from the Jews to buy passage on a ship to Spain. Well, that's what I would have done. Meanwhile, the Jews are trying to spread the news that the Christians stole the body. But that's the funny part. I questioned a couple of the Jews who knew Jesus. They said his body is missing. Really? Like they weren't expecting it after he told them exactly what would happen. Their own Bible even predicts it. And they still didn't believe it. But it didn't take long for the truth to leak out. About 500 people, believers and non-believers, saw Jesus after he rose from the dead. But there's no way I'm going to tell that to the perfect. I don't know what I'm going to tell the perfect. I don't really think it matters. I'm probably going to end up in Ethiopia or some other dismal outpost, and sooner or later Jerusalem will be burned to the ground. They brought it on themselves, all the lies and deceit. Ask 2 Jews and you get 3 different stories. No wonder the perfect thinks they're planning another uprising. Oh well, wish me luck. Based on a play by Bob Snook. Conditions for use. Do not sell any part of this script, even if you rewrite it. Pay no royalties, even if you make money from the performance. You may reproduce and distribute this freely, but all copies must contain this statement.